What did the late Brigitte Bardot, better known for her acting and modeling, tell us about the health of our civilization? And what about the foreign interlopers ripping us off for billions in fraud schemes? Stick with us as we explore the big picture, America, the West, and its state of emergency. Megastar Brigitte Bardot recently passed away at 91. As a model actress in the 1950s and 60s, she ascended to the top of the world, only to voluntarily give all that up at the age of 39. But why? Meanwhile, news of the Somali daycare scourge has founding stock Americans fuming, asking, how deep does the rot go? And is this how our saintly immigrants pay us back for welcoming them? A growing number of skeptics view America as an economic zone where warring ethnic factions loot the corpse. They are feeling smug as every problem they ever warned about now appears on the national news. The founders, in their preamble to the Constitution, dedicated it to, quote, ourselves and our posterity. But were they talking about bizarre groups from the other side of the planet with whom we have nothing in common? The latest immigrant fraud news has woken up more patriotic Americans. They're now aware that it was Ted Kennedy's deception in 1965 that turned the country to a deadly course, the great replacement of its founding stock with the unassimilable foreign-born. Since the Hart-Celler Act, also known as the Great Stab in the Back, we've fallen from roughly 90% of the population down to 57% in 2020, and no doubt lower today. A quick glance at the news tells us the melting pot trope didn't actually work out the way playwright Israel Zangwill wrote it. Yes, this man is responsible for the trite phrase and the siren song of open borders. But when you look like this, is it any wonder you urge the importation of other misfits? More and more it's becoming evident that the country we knew and loved is now gone. While social engineers exhort us to hate ourselves and our history, they insist we take in people from the most bizarre and backward corners of the world, and in incredible numbers. If we refuse, we are called every slur in the book. That's right, taxpayers. Learn to love being ripped off for billions. Actually, we should be used to it by now, after bankrolling Israel for over half a century. To return to Bardot, at 39 she gave up her acting career to speak out against animal abuse. When her complaints targeted inhuman practices of slaughter by immigrant and religious groups, the French government fined her for inciting hatred. Sound familiar? Referring to the legalized invasion of France, she complained that, quote, we must, defenseless, suffer all their traditions. Why, like sheep destined for illicit sacrifices, do we not react? Why indeed? Will anything come of the righteous anger against unmitigated fraud and abuse by these foreign-born populations? Will Westerners rise up and take back their countries? Or will we continue to simply scream in the silence?